first time to visit. I'm excited to be here. Today we are going to go on an Uzbekistan, Tashkent, Uzbek food tour. I'm going to meet up with Bek Cruz. He's the one who invited us here with the Ministry of Tourism. This is going to be my very first day to ever eat Uzbekistan food, and I'm going to share it all with you in this video.
Bây giờ mời các bạn theo chân anh Mặc Quen nhé, để ta đi khám phá cái ẩm thực của người Uzbekistan.
He's an awesome food blogger here, and we are on our way to start eating. Yep, this is where we're gonna have breakfast. I walk around.
We are in Chagatai. Chagatai is the heart of the old city, and all the people within Tashkent especially, they come here exclusively for bread.
I can smell the bread already right here. We're starting off for breakfast here, and this is an entire bazaar dedicated to bread, and just the aroma of the bread smells incredible. You can see the sesame seeds. They're like these giant rings of bread. They almost look like baby carriages that they roll the bread in. Babies of bread. I can't wait to taste it. It smells so good. 2 words to learn when you come to Uzbekistan. Assalamu alaikum, which is hello, which is a greeting, which is similar to Arabic, and Rahmat means thank you. So those are words we're gonna be using throughout this trip in Uzbekistan. We're gonna gather some things for breakfast and have my very first breakfast in Uzbekistan. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
You see, so early morning they milk the cow.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, we got a little portion of our kaymak. I made sure that it's very fresh. So
Yes.
great. Akbar. This is called yufka, which literally means bean. So, and you can see a carrot fried with oil, and you see mutton. Usually it's mincemeat. This is melon.
Oh wow. You can't smell that.
Cái quốc gia này đó
the honey.
là
Rasnat.
gần 90% là đạo Hồi không nha các bạn.
Oh, it's so juicy. The aroma.
Tức là đất nước Hồi Giáo.
So fragrant.
Và cái trái dưa.
Oh wow.
Cái dưa coi cũng ngon quá ha.
That has to be the juiciest melon I've ever tasted. And so like honey. That's crazy juicy, huh?
Yeah.
It's like drinking an entire cup of juice in every single bite.
Những cái vùng này đó trái cây rồi là cũng quý lắm đó. Tại vì cái xứ người ta cũng nó cũng khô cằn, sỏi đá lắm.
We walked over right next door to the market. It's a restaurant, but it's also like a community gathering space. If you can notice, we're actually sitting above a stream, a small river that flows underneath us.
Cái nhà hàng này là nó nằm ở trên cái con suối. Hôm nay là cái ngày đầu tiên ảnh đến đây đó nha. Cái bánh gì cũng ngộ quá ha. Bánh mì đó.
Tandoor, yeah. The bread, best bread cooked in tandoor.
I want to try what? Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some of the bread and wow, that's actually like really
Cái xứ sở này ăn uống chắc có lẽ cũng rẻ tiền lắm.
So you kind of just dip it in.
Tại vì cái thu nhập của dân chúng một năm mà không tới 2.000 đô la. Nó còn tệ hơn Việt Nam nữa đó.
The bread is so fresh, and then the kaymak is like a
Thành ra nên
almost like whipped butter.
cái sinh hoạt của nó thì chắc có lẽ cũng không có đắt lắm đâu.
Oh yeah, just soothing. It just goes so well. Dip into some more of this kaymak.
Cái này là bánh mì ảnh chấm với sữa phải không? Có cái trái này giống trái sung quá.
Put a little on your palm here. I'm gonna try one of the figs. Break it in half. Oh, you can just feel the juices just squeezing out.
Giống trái sung quá ha.
Squeeze it together. Oh, and yeah, you can see like the pulpiness just kind of, and the sugars just coming together. Squeeze it together, and that just brings out the juices and the like natural. That is just natural jam in fruit skin. crazy good. It is. It's like pudding. So you can see it's a very thin dough, and then you can see that she smeared on this mixture of minced meat and carrot.
Cái này là bột mà nó
Yeah, it's just delicious. That's
nó
almost
từng
like
lớp mỏng rồi nó cuốn
smeared within the savory,
thịt vô trong.
like thin dough.
Надо ему сказать, что это только начало, что у него должно оставаться свободное место здесь внутри.
It's just the beginning. It is just a breakfast.
That was a fantastic way to start this Tashkent food tour.
Dân chúng ở đây đó có thể là chắc nó ăn là nó bóc bằng tay đó nha.
So sweet, so juicy. We are moving on. I think we're going to one of the main biggest bazaars now to eat a few signature dishes. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Để coi bây giờ ảnh đi tới đâu nha.
We just drove down the road to Chorso Bazaar, and this is the biggest and the oldest bazaar marketplace in Tashkent. We're gonna walk around here. We're gonna eat some more food, and especially
anh đi xuống cái chỗ mà người ta bán
on the outskirts of the market, people are selling
bán thức
like
ăn, bán đồ này, giống như cái
peanuts,
chợ
nuts,
vậy.
dried fruit. We're moving into the smoke. I can smell the meat.
You can smell the meat. It's a beef, it's a kebab, a lot of things going on.
There it
here.
is.
Kebabs are sizzling over there.
So many unique things. Check out this sausage. There's meat grilling. I mean, there's such a mix, such an influence from so many different places because Uzbekistan is on the Silk Road, and so there's such a mix of influence. But there's so many unique things in this region as well. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, this is the samosa here.
Made samosa.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Original.
Lasagna.
Oh, this is the spot. This is the spot.
This is a spot. So it also has many varieties of the food. Local people, if you pay attention there, they come in and eating. They take one as well. This is what it is.
He has been making this dish for 25 years right here at the market. It's kind of like a lasagna, but you can see it's tomato sauce. But at the same time, it's almost like a dumpling because they're like little self-contained little pockets.
Cái này cái món gì đây?
She puts it onto the plate. She scoops on. It looks like onions and dill onto the top and with the chili on the side. And then this is kind of a big food court section. It's packed right now. We're coming in the back here to sample it. Big communal tables. You can smell the aroma of the smoke. Oh, this is beautiful. We've got two little dumplings and then topped with onions, and you can smell that dill.
And,
I would love to taste this chili too. Maybe chase it with the
Không biết
chili.
là cái gì
I
luôn.
will open one of these guys, get some of the onions. Look at the inside of it. Oh, what's on the inside? You kind of like matchstick cut potatoes, which are filled onto the inside. It's a
be nice to, yeah. Like a real potato.
Thank you very much.
Call it doppe.
Doppe.
It has actually really good meaning. If you
Cái
can
nón
give it
của
one
mấy
time,
người
explain it.
địa
sure.
phương á.
So, this is a chili sign, chili pepper sign.
Oh, chili pepper sauce.
Yeah, the sign says eat.
Cái đó là cái hình của cái trái ớt á.
Wow.
The chili sign from four sides. Uzbek men used to wear them so they are protected from evil eye from all sides. We call it doppe, national doppe. Can we wear it like that?
Yes.
And yeah.
So do you wear it to the side or do you wear it to the however you like?
However you
Okay.
like. Yeah, however you like. Let's go.
Okay, that's even better when it's the chilies. Thank you very much. Back to the dumplings, and yeah, you can see they are filled with potato.
Ở bên trong đó nó có rau củ ở bên trong.
The burst of flavors.
We've got the gummy wrapper, we've got the potatoes
Rồi
in there.
củ hành đồ này kia nó
Tomato
trộn
sauce,
vô
and
trong
then
đó.
the crispy onions and the dill.
Ồ, anh ăn trái ớt, nguyên trái ớt luôn. Anh này ăn ớt ghê gớm.
Make sure you chew it up well. Oh yeah. So good. I love it, yeah.
Cái kỳ này đi không biết có bà xã anh không? Không thấy, chưa thấy.
Maybe very lightly pickled. Oh, what do we have
Samosa.
next? It's so solid, it's so like dense, and you can feel like kind of a crusty, oiliness.
Cái bánh
I'm
này
not
coi
even
gì
sure
ở
what's on
trong.
the inside.
Ồ, ở trong nó có nhân giống như cái bánh bao vậy đó.
And this is a lamb fat.
À.
Back of our sheep.
Có thịt
Our
của
sheep
con
has a
trâu ở
big
trong á.
butt.
This is a next level samosa. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of that fat in this bite. And okay, let me navigate my bite. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That just melts with, it's just pure lamb oil. It just melts. You taste a little bit of spice in there, like maybe a little bit of cumin, but just liquid lamb. Okay, I mean, that's just a live, jiggly piece of fat, but wow, that is umami flavor at its best. Oh, and it just fell out. Oh, I gotta save it.
She liked how much you liked it, and she's refusing to get money.
Oh.
She's saying it's on me. I like the way they like their guests. We respect. So this is the true hospitality.
Rahmat. Oh man, and just we have been now in Tashkent in Uzbekistan for a total of like 12 hours, and so far everybody that we've met has been so friendly, so generous, so hospitable. It's a beautiful culture. That food was incredibly good. When you come to the
Anh nói
market here, when you
xuống
come
có
to
mười
the
mấy tiếng
bazaar,
đồng hồ nhưng mà gặp những người ở đây rất là thân thiện, dễ thương.
amazing lady.
This is all cheese. We call it kurt, dehydrated yogurt. It's kind of cheese. So it's very tender. I believe you may get it.
Rahmat. It has like a little bit of a yogurt cheese kind of aroma to it. Mmm. Oh wow. Oh, that's delicious. It's sour. Tastes like yogurt, but it's salty, condensed and almost like yolky.
We have our local basilic. It's really nice. You gotta try.
Cái này là mấy cái gì để không biết.
Well, we immediately taste the basil, and then that's like a crunchy. It's like rock yogurt, but like.
Cái này họ chế biến cái bánh cái gì á.
Like the outside area, indoor sections.
That side is the cheap. This lemon grown in Tashkent.
Like somsa, you know? Wow.
Mmm. Very refreshing. Try it.
Chanh mà nó cắn ra ăn không vậy trời. Chua thấy mẹ.
Oh, juiciness. Oh. That's just like a pool, a puddle of lemon juice. The skin was kind of thick, more like leathery than I thought. Oh yeah, that's sour.
This is a shot of mulberry juice. Very nice. Even though it doesn't contain alcohol, it will warm us in the friendship.
Cái nước này chắc nước nho quá.
Okay. This is mulberry, a shot of fresh mulberry juice.
In the bazaar, yeah. 1, 2, go.
Uống thì cái kiểu cô dâu với chú rể à.
Oh, it's incredible. Oh, maybe also because we had that lemon in our mouth.
Maybe, yeah. It's like
Cái anh mặc đồ vest đó là chắc là cái anh hướng dẫn viên ở bên chỗ đó.
We really are here at one of the best times in Uzbekistan because it's fruit season, and so everything is fresh, and there's just mountains of raspberries and grapes and figs. Whereas if you come here in different, like winter, for instance, well, people buy the fresh fruit now and then they preserve them for periods of cold when you cannot get the fresh fruits. So it's great to be here at this time to just see the abundance and the vibrancy of the natural ingredients. We've emerged from the fruits and vegetables section to one of the most iconic sites of the bazaar, which is a dome-shaped structure, which we're gonna go inside. We're gonna see inside. And what I like also about this bazaar is that it's busy, it's vibrant, but at the same time, it's still calm and friendly. And I mean, people are so friendly.
Đến đây là cái mùa đông nha.
To breathe and walk around and
Bây giờ ảnh đi vô trong cái nhà vòm này nè. Cũng là cái chợ đó, là coi.
You can smell the aroma of the fresh meat, and this is the meat section of this dome. But it's
cái này cũng là cái chợ đó.
It's almost like a web on the dome, and then there's an opening at the top. It's designed this way for the heat, but also just as an icon. It's so spacious also because of the height of the dome, and you can hear just the sounds kind of echoing Assalamu alaikum. I don't think I've ever seen raw meat being sold in such a cool, such a like museum-like structure. It's beautiful.
It is the meat.
It is
Most
the meat.
of our cuisine is based on lamb, so we need a fresh supply of the meat. So I don't know, tons of lamb comes here, and every day they sell it out.
Nice. Oh, those are the spices you can smell. Wow. And then we just came up the stairs and check out this view of the market floor. It almost looks like a
Anh leo lên trên cái lầu
me of like a stock exchange. It's like a stock exchange. It's so it really is. This has to be one of the coolest markets in the world. It feels like you're in a museum, and yet it's live. It's a living museum of food. It's beautiful.
Ngộ ha, cái chợ nó làm nguyên cái nhà này nó làm cái chợ luôn á.
We're heading out of the market and we gotta rush a little bit because we're going to this lunch spot where we're gonna see they serve a huge, what is
Bây giờ
probably the
anh đi ra
national
ngoài, anh đi
dish
tìm cái
food
chỗ anh
of
ăn trưa này nha.
Uzbekistan. Yeah, it's perfect.
Coi coi anh ăn cái gì đây.
Back into the van, we're on our way to the TV tower for lunch.
Yeah, everyone is for plov. Those cars.
All of these cars?
Yes. All of those cars
Are
and even our
everything
national
part
Hình như là ảnh đi lên trên
is
cái
coming
tháp
to eat plov.
That's the national football team?
Yes.
cái tháp truyền hình đó
They're having lunch.
để ăn trưa. Đây coi coi phải không nha.
Cars parked on the side of the street. They're all coming to eat what we're about to eat. That's the national dish.
It is national.
That's
It's a
the
staple.
dish.
Plov is a wedding. Plov is a burial. Plov is a birthday. Plov is everything. Any occasion we have, we want to
Đó, có
celebrate.
thể
We
dám
celebrate
lên
with a
trên
plov.
cái chỗ đó anh
That's
ăn
all
lắm
you
đó.
need to know. Come to the base of the TV tower.
It's almost over.
Không chừng là anh không có leo lên trển ăn ở dưới này á, nhưng mà nó gần cái chỗ đó đó.
The swimming pool of plov is almost finished. There's just a little bit of oil at the bottom, and by a little bit of oil, that's like a
Cái này
it's like
nó
a tub of oil at the bottom. Then you
nó
still
rang,
scooping
nó
out
chiên
some of
cái
the
rang
rice.
cái gì
It was a big
mà
one, and unfortunately
cái chảo thấy hết hồn luôn à.
It's just like a bathtub instead of a swimming pool. I put it on the plate, and over there they're chopping up meat, and it looks like you kind of get into a queuing system. You order your
Ở bên này nó chơi mấy cái chảo thấy hết hồn luôn nha.
Smells unbelievable. If you could smell the meat aroma back here, it is, my nostrils are just, I can actually like feel a layer of meat on my nostrils.
Look at it. So there is like 3 portions in one. This is for 3 people.
Sweet.
So you will see this is a kaza. This is a horse meat that I was talking you about.
That's the horse sausage.
Sausage, exactly. And we have a
okay.
quail egg, we have ordinary egg, and you see just the pile of the meat. I think the more meat than the rice itself.
I can't think of another word other than epic. Epic food adventure. Wow. Huge. Everybody in here is eating what we just saw. There's for sure
Vô
1,000
trong
people
đó
in here.
mua
It's
rồi xong rồi đi ra ngoài cái
huge
chỗ này
dining
ngồi
area.
ăn nè.
Oh, are we going upstairs?
Rồi giờ nó lên lên lầu.
Everybody. How many thousand kilos did you say the plov they serve here per day?
1.5 tons
Altogether.
altogether. During the lunchtime in 2 hours, look at it. And it's gone. Usually we eat from one, so
Okay,
it's like
perfect.
unity kind of thing.
Perfect.
I hope it's okay with you.
Very okay for us. It's like an equal ratio of meat to rice. Marhamat. 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 Bon appetit. First bite, usually the elder
Cái
begins,
này
and
là
then guests, and then we get
thịt
all
ở
big
trên
in.
mà ở
But the
dưới là
meat,
cơm
you
á.
got the rice, it's so fluffy, you can
Cơm
smell
ở
that
dưới.
oil. Oh wow. The rice is fluffy, and then it is coated in like meat juices and oils. And the rice is not sweet, but then you've got the sweet like dried raisins in there. And you've got so many different textures in there. You've got the rice, which is almost like al dente. You've got the starchy chickpeas. You've got the silky carrots. And I gotta try the sausage. Next up for the sausage, it's a special sausage. It's horse sausage.
Tức là thịt ngựa nha.
It has kind of like a salted, preserved taste to it a little bit.
Xúc xích và xúc xích cái thịt của con ngựa.
Follow that with some of the salad.
Marhamat.
Marhamat.
Mấy anh này anh lấy cái muỗng anh múc ấy, chứ còn ở nhà chắc là mấy anh bóc không á nha.
Yeah. It's like those yogurt balls that we had earlier. Just the fresh version. Well, not really fresh, but the non-hardened version. That provides like a totally different cooling sensation to your mouth. Yeah. Spectacular. And washing it down with lemon tea.
Cái này là trà chanh.
And kind of sweet. And you can just taste
Trà
that
chanh á.
like undertone of lemoniness. That was one of those meals that's just filled me with an almost it's
Có
like almost
$12, rẻ quá trời.
to the brim with a speechless overjoy. In like 2 to 3 hours they sell out of
$12 mà 2-3 người ăn.
of rice and meat. Empty, 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 empty. There's the last one is just a little bit. But it is time for a little stroll after the amount of food and quantity and meatiness and deliciousness of the food that we've eaten today. But I was just even reflecting on the morning. We went to the market, which was literally like a museum, and then that restaurant that we just ate at for the pulao. Like, I don't think I can describe it any better way than an opera house of meat and rice. It's one of the main square, one of the main gathering areas of Tashkent. But before we get there, we're just walking through this beautiful, lush park. Look at these trees, big trees, evergreens, flowers. It's so green and lush.
If you only list your vacation home on Airbnb,
And now we're in the artist section. Oh, I'm seeing some art, some antiques, lots of paintings.
Cái chỗ này người ta bán tranh ha.
Micah, you taking a video? Okay, run, Micah.
Có con ảnh vậy là có bà xã em nữa đó, mà sao nãy giờ không thấy à?
Má nó phải slide luôn mà má.
The jumping castle in Tashkent, I have definitely built up an appetite going up that hill and sliding down. I think we're ready to eat again.
Anh nói là ảnh sẵn sàng, ảnh là ăn nữa đó.
Hello.
Rashad.
Mark,
hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good.
Welcome to Uzbekistan.
Thank you very much.
I was talking you about. They sold everything, and this is what remained.
Okay.
Ở đây là cái nhà hàng nha. Để coi nó bán cái gì trong này.
The next stop on this Tashkent Uzbek food tour today, we've come to, it's kind of like a family restaurant. They have a bunch of local dishes.
Đó, bà xã ảnh đó.
Another dish, specific dish that we've come here to eat is naren, which is a dish that I've been really looking forward to trying since I learned about it today. She has a very thin dough which she slices into very fine like juliens. Then you move over to this station where she's finally chopping up a mixture of horse meat and beef, and that mixes into the dish. And then I think it gets assembled over at station number 3.
Cái nhà hàng, nhưng mà cái nhà hàng này đó có vẻ là nó không phải là cái món mà mình chọn cái món gì đâu, mà nó làm có mấy món như vậy đó, rồi mình thích ăn thì lại mình đặt rồi nó lấy cho mình thôi, chứ không phải như những cái nhà hàng khác.
In which the horse sausage was brewed with the baracha marak.
You got to eat this with your fingers. That's the traditional way, but just the amount of what she
Cái
mixed up with her
giống cái dĩa
fingers.
gỏi quá
The
ha.
dough, the julienne dough, the mixed in meat, the thick chunks of horse sausage, and then there's some onions on top. So I'll
Cái
grab.
đó
You
là
can see the
hành
pepper
mà
in
nó
there too.
trộn với thịt.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's beautiful. I can't
Rồi,
wait to
bây
try
giờ
it.
là chơi bằng tay thấy không?
Wow. Oh, that's awesome. You've got like.
Cái dân cái xứ sở này là nó bóc mà nó ăn nó bóc mà.
To it. And then you've got that meat mixed in, it's oily. You've got that light spice, the pepper in there, the light cumin. And then again, you can really like taste the meat. So far today, in the dishes, the meat-based dishes we've had, the meat just comes in so vibrantly flavorful, but so natural tasting.
It's a fat of horse. It's horse fat.
Cái này giống như cái cục ham này ha. Nhưng mà
really meaty.
nó làm như là xúc xích rồi nó dồn vô trong cái ruột heo á.
Kind of like salty, almost like a salami.
Xong rồi nó hấp.
So succulent. This is the soup that the horse sausage was boiled in.
Nó bà xã ảnh ấy với lại thằng con đó.
It's a little bit sourish. It's powerful. Yeah, that's good. Really, really good.
Món ăn cũng nhiều quá nha.
Which is just turned into a paste.
Cũng 3-4 món gì đó.
You can see the fibers in it.
Yeah.
Grains and rice, and you can see the fibers in there, but it's all just boiled, simmered down for like half a day, for like 11 or 12 hours until it just turns into a paste, a porridge.
Cái món này nó ướt quá nên nó cho lấy cái muỗng múc ăn.
Like comforting. You've got like a foamy, almost foamy texture to it, and again you taste that meat. Okay, next up for the lamb sausage, and this is like it's pretty hardcore. You can see the fat just laced within it.
Cái đó ngon lắm, giống như cái dồi của Việt Nam vậy.
Intestine, and it's just dripping in oily, meaty juices.
Cái đó ngon nè, ruột heo rồi nó dồn thịt với gia vị vô trong đó rồi nó hấp.
Yeah, that's like fatty, juicy. Yeah, it's pretty good, but that's meaty. Some of the lamb chop. Oh yeah.
Với thịt con trâu nha.
So tender. That piece was kind of lean, or at least in comparison to the last bite I had. And then this one is the dolma. There's cabbage, and there might be grape leaves in here as well, but then rice and meat on the inside.
Cái này là không biết thịt con gì ạ.
That's what brings it to the next level. Moving through the meats, next up for the kebab.
Không biết heo hay là trâu. Chắc có lẽ là trâu chứ không phải heo đâu. Biết đâu là tụi này Hồi giáo là nó không có ăn thịt heo sao?
Smokiness of it, how it's been, and the saltiness as well, how it's just been scorched over the hot coals.
Thịt trâu rồi nó lấy bắp cải nó cuốn lại nó hấp.
Like dough dish with the soup.
Ôi rẻ quá trời, có 13 đô à. 13 đô mấy à.
Oh man, it's good.
Tại cái xứ này cái thu nhập của nó ít lắm, thành ra nên nó đâu có mắc được.
My very first day in Uzbekistan, it's been nothing short of just
cái ngày đầu tiên anh tới anh ăn đó.
And met so many friendly people, so much good food, but okay, all that to say we have one more big dinner coming up.
Anh nói là anh rất thích, mới tới đây một ngày mà rất là thân thiện. Bây giờ anh đi tới một cái chỗ anh ăn nữa, cũng cái nhà hàng nữa.
And we're eating a dish. It's called shipeldak. Look at this platter. It's a beauty. It's another stunner.
Một mâm quá trời luôn. Thật ra ở đây ăn đâu có tốn nhiều tiền đâu, thấy không? Ảnh mà đi cái vùng Âu Châu làm gì mà ăn được như vậy?
Sausage, that's like one of the winning meats of the day. It's like sheets of what look like kind of like dough.
Cái này là
horse meat on there as well, of course.
Thịt với giống như là hủ tiếu mà nó miếng bự vậy đó.
Oh, that's incredible. Those are like noodle sheets. You got that really meaty broth, that the noodles have sort of soaked up with. That horse meat, which is salty and like horse salami, and then the crispness of the green onions.
What do you think? What is the main ingredient in this? What is the main ingredient?
The noodle or the dough.
No.
No?
And it's not even the meat.
Not
it's
even
the
the meat.
broth.
The broth. And then every now and then, like in this bite, you get a cumin seed.
Yeah.
Like a whole cumin seed, but it's kind of mild.
Thầy ơi, có 14 đô như 15 đô la.
This has been one of those days that just blows me away, and I'm still trying to process the food, the culture. We landed about less than 24 hours in Tashkent. Slept for like 2.5, 3 hours, then immediately got started on this ultimate Tashkent food tour. Truly a learning and just a beautiful, beautiful day. I loved the food. I loved the different dishes I'd never seen or even imagined before. But even more than the food, the people, the hospitality, the friendliness and genuine kindness. So many people that we met today is what really shines, is what really stands out. So I want to say a huge thank you to the Ministry of Tourism Uzbekistan who invited GIệnh I to
đi xuống
Uzbekistan.
chưa hết
Thank
một
you so
ngày
much
đó.
for making this happen. Thank you to
Mà anh
Bekruz.
rất là thích thú ở đây.
Bekruz arranged everything. He did a lot of
Tại
work
vì
to
sao
make this
đồ
happen.
ăn
So
thì
thank
rẻ
you so
quá
much,
trời.
and to Akbar and also to Rashvan for coming along with us today. Man, what an
Mà cái xã
amazing
hội
day.
thì cũng thân thiện.
It's just day one of Uzbekistan. We have so much more food, adventures, and experiences in Uzbekistan that I'm going to share with you in this entire series. So stay tuned and yeah, be sure
Anh
to
ăn
watch this
2-3
entire
trận rồi
series.
mà tính
I'm
ra
gonna
là
say good
cộng hết
night,
là có 30-40
going
đô
straight
la.
to bed, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to give this
Rồi
video a
chút
thumbs
xíu
up,
ta
leave
sẽ
a
tiếp
comment
tục
below. I'd love to
lại
hear
cái
from you.
clip kế nha.
And if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe now and also click that little bell icon so that you get notified of the next video that I publish. Thanks again for watching. See you on the next video. Continually inhabited cities in Central Asia, it played a very important role on the Silk Road. And we only have one full day, so we're going to make the most of it. We're going to visit some of the most impressive and historically beautiful sites. We're going to eat some amazing food. This is going to be a full, ultimate tour today of Samarkand, and we are getting started at, it's a very strategic location, which is going to set the foundation for this entire day.
Bây giờ chúng ta tiếp tục theo chân anh McQueen nha, để khám phá thêm mấy cái món ăn của Uzbekistan.
He's actually a saint and patron. He's actually the person who built this entire city, and I think it's quite symbolic that we start from his tombstone. See his remarkable work in terms of the architecture, in terms of the country building. There was so much innovation of that time.
And we're just stepping in to the mausoleum. I love the contrast of the turquoise. Is this the main mausoleum here?
Yes, it's the main mausoleum here. Prepare for your mind to be blown away.
Okay, we're going to enter right now. It's spectacular. You see the different arches with windows, the gold work mixed in with the blues and the
Ở đây hình như là cái thánh đường.
Unbelievable. And then right in the center, the black tomb. That is the tomb of Amir Timur. We are moving on to Registan Square, which is the center of the city.
Và cái thánh đường hồi nãy là làm như cái chỗ cái đền kỷ niệm của ai, hình như trong nó có mã mồ trong đó.
This was the entire city, and this was a bazaar in the center as well. It was the booming center of ancient Samarkand. It's so impressive to see from the outside view, just the overall perspective of the entire square. But then when you come up next to it, you can just, you feel the magnitude, the giant, monumental scale. And now we're gonna take a look inside of the mosque. Oh, wow.
Như bây giờ anh bước vô cái thánh đường này.
Again, just incredible. The decoration, the designs, the geometric shapes and patterns, the gold and blue, like the gold is just reflecting off of the blue and just complementing. And again, the dome at the top. If you
Ở
see
bên
that
này là
detail,
Hồi giáo gần như là gần 100% mà.
nothing
Thành
short
ra
of
nên
breathtaking.
là thánh đường rất là nhiều.
We built up quite a hunger sightseeing in the morning. We are now walking, it's not too far away, walking to the bazaar.
Nha, anh vô đây là bây giờ là chỗ này là cái chợ nha.
It's almost kind of like gummy. Oh, Rahmat. This one is chocolate? Chocolate. Rahmat. That one kind of tastes like it's gummy and sweet, kind of like sticks to your teeth. This one is chocolate.
Cái chỗ này là nó bán bánh kẹo nha.
Wow. Like a chocolate cake, it kind of crumbles. Rahmat. Moving over to the bread section of the market, this is Samarkand local bread. It's like that bagel ring shape, and
Cái
it's
chỗ này nó
really
bán
dense,
bánh
really
mì.
heavy. One of those rolls of bread can be a kilo or more. It's big. It's like the size of your face, and it's really heavy. That maybe is more than 1 kilo, and it's just really shiny from the oil. The
Tức là
black
cả
sesame seed
kilo
inside.
cái bánh đó.
Try it with the black cumin, so I think will be.
Thank you. Oh, it's actually super good.
Yeah, this complements. It's dense,
It is really dense,
but it's very soft at
heavy,
the same time.
heavy, soft.
Minte.
Yeah. To me,
Cái
it
bánh
is sort
này
of
chắc
like
chừng
bagel-y.
$1 chứ gì.
It's one of the most hospitable person in the market.
Còn ở đây
There's a
là
lot of stuff going on here.
trái cây nó phơi khô nha.
We're gonna sample some. We're gonna drink some tea. He's an amazing man. Cheers.
Uống trà.
So soothing, and it has a natural like sweetness to it. There's no sugar in it. Follow that with a local dried apricot.
Cái trái apricot tức là cái trái
Density.
Yeah, apricot sweets.
quên mẹ nó cái tiếng Việt Nam rồi.
Apricot seeds. I've never had this before.
Cái hộp
So
của cái trái
crisp. Yeah,
apricot.
just dried melon with a walnut in the middle and kind of coiled up.
Rồi cái bánh.
Oh, wow, that was like a natural leathery toffee, a combination of nuts and dried fruit, which is a combination that's been eaten in this region of the world for centuries and just since antiquity with tea. Oh, it's delicious. We're now going to go eat lunch.
Bây giờ là ảnh đi vô ảnh ăn trưa đấy nha. Coi ảnh đi vô cái nhà hàng nào,
We
ảnh ăn
just
cái
took
gì
like
đây.
a 5-minute drive. This is kind of a hot, sunny, kind of dusty corner, but this is where we are going to eat. It's the king of all Uzbekistan dishes, and every city has their own, every region has their own version, variation of this dish. Immediately step in here, I can smell the aroma.
Ảnh đi mất cách 5 phút.
We are really on time.
Chắc đi
and
xe hơi
I talked to the
5 phút
guys, they were so
tới đây nè.
hospitable. We can go
Đi vô cái nhà hàng rồi đó. Bây giờ là đi vô đây coi.
So this is the signature Samarkand club. It's different from the other version we've had in Tashkent, but the rice is cooked separately from the carrots. All of that is just stewed, braised
Ở bên đây là cái nhà hàng nó không giống như những cái nước khác. Mà nhà hàng ở đây là nó chỉ có mấy món là như vậy thôi, chứ nó không có cái kiểu mà ngồi bàn mà rồi đặt hàng ở trên cái thực đơn rồi, nó không có cái đó. Mình vô mình thích mình ăn cái gì thì mình chỉ nó có mấy món thôi.
This is our version, so he's putting first layer.
Nó làm sẵn như vậy đó, rồi nó múc cho mình thôi. Cái dĩa vĩ đại ha. Chắc thịt của con trừu quá.
As the sites are in Samarkand, is that plate of plow, and it almost
Rồi,
reminds me of that dome.
trứng
They got
cút.
a giant platter plate with the geometric designs on it. He artfully dished out the rice and then just spread it perfectly on the foundation, on the bottom of the plate. Then the carrots went on, and you can see just that dark flaxseed oil. Then he brought it over to the chopping board and he cut
ở đây
up
là
that
chắc có lẽ là cái nhà hàng nào nó cũng bán cái kiểu này hết.
layered it on top. Then on some quail eggs and then finally some chilies.
Rồi nó chơi cho một dĩa như vậy là 4-5 người là múc ăn đấy.
So all together in one bite or separate?
Separate.
Đó, nguyên một bàn luôn đó, 5-6 người luôn.
And I got a garbanzo chickpea on the top there. This I'm actually kind of shaking in anticipation.
And a massive bite. Those carrots.
The flaxseed oil. You can taste that. It's less meaty tasting than other versions I've had because it's using the
Cái xứ sở này là cũng có cái đặc biệt ha.
The carrots melt in your
Nhà
mouth.
hàng là không có nhiều món mà có 1-2 món thôi rồi nó ăn, nó cho ăn cái kiểu vậy đó.
One of the most spectacular platters maybe I've seen, and that beef is just
Đó,
all
mình
over
mua
here.
bao nhiêu á, thì là nó lấy cái dĩa bự rồi nó múc cho mình nhiêu thôi, hay nếu mà 1-2 người thì nó múc cái dĩa nhỏ.
Ridiculously flavorful.
Nó chỉ có 1-2 món vậy thôi chứ nó không có vấn đề mà vô rồi
But it is definitely a one biter.
rồi nó có đủ thứ là mình ngồi đó là mình đặt cái món gì. Ở đây nó không có cái đó.
It's sweet, and it just like juices. You do feel that heat on your tongue as you start to bite it. Delicious, really good. Oh, the heat grows a little
Anh
bit.
nào mà bước vô cái nhà hàng này rồi là có 1 món đó là ăn hoặc 2 món đó vậy
I
thôi
like
à.
how they give you heat.
When you've got an edge, you color outside the lines. And the new Chase Slate Edge is designed to help you raise your...
Huge spoons.
So basically it's a yogurt, but they add water and the herbs.
Okay.
And they mix with the salt.
Next up, this is like a
Cái này
yogurt.
là cái gì đây? Sữa à?
Really cooling. It has a bit of an herb taste to it as well. Balance that all with some tomatoes, some onions, and a piece of garlic.
Красиво подача, шикарная.
That is Samarkand.
Nguyên cái đó là 17 đô. 17 đô mà một đống người ăn.
Lunch
Vậy
was
đâu có mắc
absolutely
mỏ gì đâu.
spectacular. We've now moved on to the observatory.
So it's like a meridian, 60-degree meridian exactly. So they used to have a diopter. It was like a...
What remains is underground or underneath, but it used to reach high up into the sky, and that would tell the exact sun ray, and they could predict or they could tell the season, which was especially important for the agriculture and for the crop growing. Next up, we're going to go eat some chickpeas.
Yeah, baby. Behind this monument,
Right behind
there's
you.
an old house. They cook it for, I don't know, 20, 30 years. It's a really, really homemade stuff.
Rồi nè, bây giờ anh cũng tới một cái nhà hàng khác. Mà cái nhà hàng này nó lâu đời lắm rồi đó.
Oh, this inner courtyard is great. Oh, and it's misting the grapevines.
Live music, man.
Live music.
Hình như là
This is so great.
nó có nhạc sống luôn á.
Okay, so this is their signature dish here, stewed chickpeas with, it just looks like bone fall apart tender lamb.
Привет, друзья! Меня зовут Равшан Хаджиев. Мы народ гостеприимный. Вот уже несколько дней Марк находится у нас в гостях. Сейчас мы находимся в древнем городе Самарканде. И я, и мои друзья впервые в жизни видим человека, который ест после еды.
And by the way, he's going to narrate it in Russian this time.
Да, мы знаем, что у Марка огромная армия поклонников из России, поэтому решили предложить ему сказать что-нибудь на русском. Вот. Это блюдо называется наход-ширак, традиционное самаркандское блюдо, очень вкусное, нежная баранина, вареный нут.
Rồi chắc cũng thịt
И
cung,
даже несмотря на
cung
то,
trâu
что
nữa rồi.
совсем недавно, около 20 минут назад, мы ели самаркандский плов, мы решили перекусить.
Nhà hàng ở đây là kể như là có một món à.
Это очень круто.
Yes, they're so tender. Oh,
Một món, 2
starchy and
món thôi
beautiful
à.
with that beautiful lamb aroma to it. Okay, we've got to try some of the lamb. Lift up that, oh, Oh, look at that. Oh, just look at the ridiculous tenderness of that.
Должна быть реклама какой-нибудь гастрологической... Как это? Нет, ладно. Реклама гастросезина, короче.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Đi vô đây là kể như là phải ăn cái món của nó nấu thôi chứ còn không biết.
Unbelievably tender.
Это очень вкусно.
Vô đây là phải ăn vậy thôi chứ không có đòi hỏi cái gì khác hơn.
Translated here, but yeah, this is an amazing dish, like plain and soothing, and it's just like ultimate warming comfort food. And by the way, he makes videos, food videos of Uzbekistan and abroad in Russian. Check out his channel. Oh, mouthful of dill. Oh, I've been loving the dill in Uzbek cuisine. And then finally the soup.
Rồi ăn rồi uống trà.
Wow, that's
Cái
some
xứ
liquid
này là
lamb.
không có thấy cái vụ mà uống bia uống đồ ha.
Chickpeas, go.
Tụi Âu Châu là cỡ nào vô nhà hàng là cũng uống bia hết nha. Nhưng còn ở bên cái xứ này thì không có. Uống trà không à.
Okay, and final thing here is like homemade, I think yogurt. It's so thick. As
Cái này là giống như là dâu vậy đó.
It's like the
Nó là sữa mà.
what is that called? The Dairy Queen, where the blizzard. It's like the blizzard. You can turn it upside down. Get my spoon into this. Oh wow.
Nó là dâu.
Yeah, look at that. Oh wow.
Ngon á.
That just like it fully dissolves in your mouth. It seems like really rich, but it's actually like light and fluffy. Oh, that's really good and like perfectly sour.
Trời ơi, ăn vậy có 9 đồng bạc à. Nó rẻ quá trời quá đất.
That was spectacular. The chickpeas were delicious, so plain.
Cái hồi
but
nãy
so
cao lắm thì
comforting.
cũng chắc 10 đô la à. Bởi vậy cái xứ này ảnh đi cả ngày ảnh ăn hết rồi cũng chưa tới 100 đô nữa đó.
So part of the reason why we're eating so much food, back to back food this afternoon is because a lot of the food is open for lunch and then after lunch and into the evening. So that's why we did a lot of sightseeing this morning in Samarkand.
Rồi bây giờ ảnh lại đi vô một cái nhà hàng nữa à.
Stopping at a famous place for kebabs. This is the cabinet, just stacked full of lamb skewers, but they have a bunch of liver, they have some layered meats, they have some chicken and fish over here as well. Wow.
Cái nhà hàng này thì nó khác cái kia. Tức là nó có nhiều cái món mà nó nướng.
Yeah, it goes all the way to that side. All the way to this side. He's only using about a quarter of the grill right now, but the heat is just radiating. You've got the chimney going up.
Nó đỡ hơn mấy cái nhà hàng kia chút.
Oh wow, it just smells unbelievable.
Nó nướng nhiều thứ là mình có thể mình chọn được, còn cái kia là nó vô là nó cho mình ăn một thứ đó là phải ăn thôi, chứ vô đó là không có nói ăn gì nữa hết trơn.
They just pulled out one of each of their kebabs onto plates just because the inside that mirror is kind of blurry. They just wanted to show every type of kebab that they have. That's like 10 different skewers at least. Yes. We chose our skewers. We got some unique. Okay, we'll wait for them to finish grilling, but we got some unique items. He is the ultimate grill master. They say he's been making kebabs for over 20 years, maybe probably longer than that. But he is the top grill master of all of Samarkand, and he's grilling our kebabs right now.
Cái ông này là ông làm cái nghề này là khoảng mấy mươi năm rồi đó. Bây giờ thì chắc có lẽ là mình vô mình chọn cái thứ nào mình muốn rồi ông sẽ nướng nó cho mình ăn. Cái đó là cái này là 4 thứ đó.
Skewers, 4 different kebabs to try, and I love how they keep it on. They keep the metal skewer on the meat. As they serve it to you on your
thấy cái bộ cái món này cũng ngon nha.
Because you're eating a kebab, you want it to be on the skewer, and so we got to try the first mystery skewer. I don't know if you can guess what this one is.
Hình như là có cái món cá nướng nữa đó.
Take off a chunk of this. By the way, this is bull testicle. It's a little bit mushy, but it has that amazing smokiness just embedded into it. kind of spongy actually. It's like layers of fat and meat, layers of fat and meat, layer of fat and meat, and he just grilled this. It sizzled. I'm gonna put a couple of these onto my plate. Oh wow, that looks unbelievable. Look at those layers. Oh, I lost a layer on my lap.
Không biết là thịt con gì ạ.
Chắc là thịt trâu nữa quá. Марка в местечке, которое называется Икрам шашлык. Здесь, друзья, более 20 видов шашлыка. Мы постарались максимально все это снять. Мы сказали, из чего делается этот шашлык. Марка никоим образом это не смутило. Загуглите, что такое лампочки. Это очень вкусно.
Như là cũng là thịt trâu
This is
nữa.
their signature, the actual kebab, the minced meat, and they insisted to just pick it up and bite it. So I guess I'm gonna have to.
Невероятно, я считаю. Даже
Bursting with oily juices. Again, that insane sponginess to it. The onions in there, you can really taste the onions. And it's just smoked
Cái
out.
này nó trộn củ hành chứ cái đó. Còn cái này là con cá mà. Cái miếng kia là cá nướng.
Got a little bone. Fish tastes like maybe a type of catfish.
Không, cái nhà hàng này ăn đỡ ngán hơn cái kia.
They put a bunch of basil in there.
Tại vì nó có mấy loại đang cho mình còn chọn mình ăn, còn cái nhà hàng kia là thôi, thua luôn. Vô đó là ăn cái món đó, là ăn cái món đó thôi.
It's so soft and so tender. And it does have a little bit of a unique taste to it.
Cái cận này chắc cao lắm cũng $10 à. Hả? 86 xu một cái ghim vậy đó. Thì không lẽ anh ăn 4 cái đó mà có chưa tới $1?
Samarkand one day full tour.
Trời, sao nó rẻ quá trời vậy?
Yeah, we got to burn a few calories before dinner. We're stepping in, the sun is starting to go down. It's just making it even more pretty.
Nãy giờ anh ăn quá trời rồi, chưa tới cái bữa cơm chiều nha. Cái bữa ăn tối là chưa tới, lát anh ăn nữa đó. Mình sao cái nướng hồi nãy sao nó rẻ dữ vậy? Có 80 mấy xu rồi chưa tới $1 nữa, trời ơi. 2-3 thằng ăn luôn.
Look at the fight of the colors. You see very cool colors. You see the shades of blue and green and yellowish, and in geometry, it's like alluring. You know, it has
even the color, like just kind of like soothes.
Yeah.
It like soothes. This entire complex is a cemetery. Stepping into the final courtyard.
Cái này chắc cũng là một cái thánh đường nữa quá. Nó làm màu mè cũng ngộ vậy ha.
I mean, this entire complex is one of the most spectacular in all of Samarkand. The tile work and the mosaic.
Mỗi cái
just mind-blowing. I thought I was
dân tộc nó có một cái văn hóa khác nhau.
This is impressive.
Mình thấy cái cách kiến trúc của nó là mình thấy nó hơi lạ rồi. Không có dân tộc nào giống dân tộc nào hết.
Just arrived for dinner, and tonight we have a very special dinner. It's somebody's home, but the family opens up their home to cook a local Uzbek Samarkand meal, and so we've just arrived.
She's the host. She's the owner of the house.
Assalamu alaikum.
Grandchildren, children, all everyone cooking here.
It's a beautiful place. You have the courtyard entrance, a big spacious area, garden in the center. It has become a restaurant, but it's just it's a family home, all family run.
Cái này cũng là một cái nhà hàng ở đó, nhưng mà của cái gia đình này nó nấu.
We're waiting for the main course to arrive, but there's a bunch of snacks on the table, including fresh grapes, which probably came from right up there. we're starting with some mashhorda. Mashhorda?
Mashhorda it is.
Mashhorda it is. It's a rice mung bean soup. There's some meat in there. There's some carrots. You can see the carrots. You can
Cái
smell
này là cái
the
món
dill.
súp tráng miệng.
Oh, it's hot.
Be careful.
Yeah, really nice. Really just, it tastes like home
Có
cooking.
lẽ
You
bây
know
giờ
it's home
ảnh
cooking.
ăn tối đó. Cái súp cũng ngon chứ.
I love how the rice just kind of blends together with the mung beans. The main dish has arrived. It's like kind of like a stew of potatoes. There's carrots. There's meat in there. There's lots of onions, which are just been simmered
Còn
down.
cái này
until
là
it
giống
looks like everything is just
không biết thịt
kind of
bò
almost
hay thịt
melting
trừu mà nó
together.
nấu với lại khoai tây. Thấy có vẻ ngon á.
Right out of the pot. Well, the potatoes just
Ớt kìa, coi ảnh ăn ớt kìa.
so soft and tender, and you can taste the sweetness of the carrots. They chopped up some
Anh này ăn
fresh
ớt là
chilies
thôi là thầy
especially
chạy luôn á.
for me, so I'm very thankful for that. Yeah, that bumps up the flavor. That bumps up the heat. I think there's a little bit of tomatoiness. Maybe?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of tomatoiness in there. But really it's like it's kind of like very little seasoning, but just the natural ingredients are a harmony together. And not to mention this environment here, sitting underneath the grapevines, or this might be an apple tree or a peach tree. Oh, it's persimmon.
Cái cây đó cây gì đó.
Open air in the courtyard. This is just beautiful. A spectacular way to end this ultimate food and historical, just the ultimate tour of Samarkand.
Ăn mà còn được coi múa nữa thấy không? Còn múa cổ truyền nữa, hay quá trời luôn. Mấy cô UZBEKISTAN này coi giống Ấn Độ vậy không?
We just finished with dinner. It was spectacular, and I mean the food, the main dish was plain. There was no spices, but you could taste the love in the cooking. You could taste you feel like your family when you're eating here, and that was just the ultimate perfect end to this
Bây giờ là thấy là
and
sắp hết rồi đó
fascinating
nha
day in
các bạn.
Samarkand. And I want to say a huge thank you to Bekkruz and the Ministry of Tourism Uzbekistan for
Thôi
putting
có gì
everything
là
together, for
chúng
inviting
ta
me here.
sẽ
It's been very
tạm
special.
biệt ở đây,
And so
rồi
I'm
có
gonna
gì
end the video
sẽ
for today right now. I'll have
gặp
all the
lại
information in the
sau
description
ở
box
cái
below.
clip kế nhé.
You know, check out everywhere we ate and everything I did in this video right below.
Thôi xin chào,
And
bye
thank
bye
you
nha.
very much for watching this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe and also click that little bell icon so that you get notified of the next day. And goodbye from Samarkand. See you on the next video.